One of the biggest fears women have, and men too, is their finances when they think of leaving a toxic or narcissistic relationship. And there are so many videos and studies that show that there's a huge disparity in the financial situation of women compared to men. Women make less money, women fare worse when they divorce, and men seem to do better after they divorce financially. So it doesn't have to be that way though. And one of the things I want you to consider is what your financial life is like right now with the narcissist. Is your financial situation the best it could be? Or are things starting to pile up around your home that need to be repaired, and things that need to be purchased that haven't been purchased? Or is your credit being ruined because they're spending money where you don't need to be spending money right now? There's so many things to take into account. In my own situation, I was a teacher. Teachers don't make a lot of money. And my partner, there were times where both of my exes weren't working. And so that put a huge strain on my financial situation because, money that I had in savings, I used up. My credit got ruined. Things just needed so many repairs around the home. And you might think, well, why didn't you work and take care of those things? Why didn't you get those things fixed? Well, in some cases I did. And in some cases, I was under so much stress that I didn't have the energy to go out and have an extra job. I had young kids. I couldn't get an extra job when I had to take care of my family at home in the evenings. So, and most of what I'm talking about is pre-internet. Now there are so many more options for people to earn from home, but in those days, it would have meant leaving my children at home and leaving them with the narcissistic person. So that wasn't an option for me. So let's look at some of those things that maybe are going on in your relationship that you haven't thought about. Your finances, you might have less for rent and mortgage and things that you need to replace in your home, things that you need to do for your kids. But let's look at some of the things that are happening now. These happened in my situation and they may be happening in yours as well. So home repairs begin to pile up because the narcissistic person isn't going to make the effort to repair things. They are not going to spend their money to pay for somebody to come and fix those things. A lot of times it's up to you, and or they just pile up. That's what happened in my case. Things just piled up, and then when I did leave the narcissist, I have so many repairs that I have to work on all on my own. And that's okay because now I have the energy to do the work that I need to do to get those repairs made. If I had stayed with this person, they maybe get fixed, but it would take a lot of arguments and fights to get the things repaired that need to be repaired. Or they get to the point where they break and it has to be repaired at this point. Now it's a real problem. So lawn care, like mowing, tree trimming, pool maintenance, those types of things don't get repaired. Sprinkler system repairs, drainage problems, roof repairs, paint touch-ups, replacing items that are worn out or damaged, like towels, dishes, bedding, furniture. It takes a lot of arguments and stress to get those things replaced when you're in a narcissistic relationship. Well, I should say that was with one of my exes. With the other ex, it was like, yes, we're gonna go buy the most expensive one. They're gonna buy the most expensive one, and then it goes on your credit, and your credit gets damaged because all these things are, you owe money everywhere. They also spend money on just useless things like expensive meals or trips that you didn't necessarily need to take. Maybe we needed to fix, the roof instead of go on this all expense vacation where we, stay at a resort and spend a ton of money. I don't know. Fancy cars, one of my exes was upside down on his loans because he had to keep replacing the car, and it would always be like, this one has less gas mileage. I need this one to pull a boat. I need this one for, whatever. There was always an excuse. Clothing, they may be into clothing and spend a ton of money there. Gear for sports and gaming. So there's so many things that narcissistic people can run up money on that isn't necessary spending. And they spend money on addictions, alcohol, drugs, porn, gambling. They often lose jobs a lot. So both my exes lost their jobs several times, and then, I would have to make up the difference with my poor little teaching paycheck. And one of my exes told me, you don't have to be a teacher. You're right, I didn't have to be a teacher, but I also had kids at home, and that was a really good option for me at that time because it helped me be able to spend more time with the kids, pay less for childcare, be there for their sports and events and all those types of things. So they ruin your credit by convincing you to spend something on something that they want, or by not paying their portion of the bills. So, they may talk you into, hey, let's buy this new car and we'll put it in your name, but I'll pay for it. And then, you are stuck with the bill when you get divorced or something like that. You're stuck with it on your credit. They keep you from working because of stress, or that's their way to better control you. If you're not working and you're at home all the time, they can control the things you do and where you go. So these are all ways narcissists cause financial problems while you're in a relationship with them. And while you may be afraid to be on your own because of financial strain, you may just find that you're better off in a lot of situations. You can work as much or as little as you want. You can control the bills that you pay. Maybe if you want to cut out cable, you can cut out cable. Maybe if you want to cut that gym membership, you can do it now because you don't have that person telling you, no, we're doing this, we're paying for this. You have control over your credit. If you want to improve your credit, you get to do that. You don't have somebody telling you, no, let's buy this one more thing, or are keeping you from being able to pay your bills on time. You can go back to school for another degree because now you have the time and the energy. It doesn't have to be a degree. It could be a certification of some sort, like health coaching or something like that. Less stress and more time equals more energy for side hustles that you may want to try out. You get to decide when it's important to make repairs or purchase new decor, things like that. You have all the power when you're on your own, and things may be tight for a while you catch up, but you get to decide how to fix that problem without considering somebody who goes against every idea that you have. So if you're still in your relationship, you're thinking about leaving, or maybe you just aren't ready to leave, but maybe you're still holding out hope that things can get better. Either way, you can start some things to get you on your feet financially when you do eventually leave this person. So whether you decide to leave the narcissistic person or not, you can create content for social media. That is one way that you can begin to grow an audience, so that when you do leave, you have this audience that is ready to purchase from you. And, you know, with your energy being low while you're with your narcissistic partner, maybe it's difficult to stay consistent, but little by little, as consistent as you can be, you can start to build up that audience. If you love cooking, share healthy recipes, or show yourself cooking your favorite meals. If exercise is your thing, share a workout technique or helpful tips on exercise. I love writing, so I started writing posts on medium.com. That was one way that I started to build a small audience and, you know, build up a little bit of income. When, let's see, you may not make money right away, and that's okay, because if you do leave your narcissistic or toxic partner, if you were to build a large business, they would be entitled to half during a divorce. So, you know, don't necessarily think about building up a lot of cash, which you can if you want, but just know that that's an asset that will have to be split. One of the things that helped me was beginning an essential oil business, and it is a multi-level marketing business, but I think those get such a bad rap, because if you choose a company with great founders and a company that has a great product, a product that you love, then actually it's a great opportunity to get free training on marketing, sales, and building up a team, leading a team that you wouldn't get necessarily in any other kind of business, because you know you get this as part of your team training. So lots of women have been able to make a lot of money by doing MLM companies from home, or businesses I should say. Also, a lot of women make a good amount of money with creating digital products. Men too. I keep saying women because I work mostly with women, but these all work for men too. Doing social media marketing for another business is another great way to make money. Affiliate marketing. I'm having trouble talking now, so I must be getting tired. Okay, so ending your relationship is scary, I admit, but it takes a lot to get to this point. You aren't just making this decision lightly. You have tried probably many things to fix this relationship. You've done everything you can think of before you come to the decision that you needed to leave. And that's because something terrible has happened in your relationship. You're feeling miserable. And so just imagine having that peace and freedom afterwards. So if having financial stability is one of the things that's keeping you from leaving your partner, I won't tell you it's going to be easy, because it probably will be a little bit stressful in the beginning. But if you think about it, your life is already stressful. Your life is already hard. So choose your hard. Do you want your hard to be with this person that doesn't listen to any of your ideas? They don't want any of your input? Or would your heart be, better to be a person that is making all the decisions for yourself, and you feel more in control of your life? Plus, you have the peace of being on your own and not having to walk on eggshells anymore. So just something to think about when you are worried about leading this toxic or narcissistic person because of finances. I hope these ideas help and made you think a little bit and feel a little bit easier about your decision. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.